behind the scenes here at Silic Lee. This is our studio.
Nice to meet you, good sir. We're really up ourselves, so we haven't actually introduced ourselves.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah.
We're just going to go around and just greet everyone for the first time. She is our wonderful arts designer, set designer. Put together an awesome set every week, help design it and everything. It's been awesome. This is Alex. She is our
Miss Reliable.
Rocks up late. She's actually on time for a change. The first time ever.
I'm always on time.
She pushes a button. Sometimes she scores. Hey, come back here, come back. Sometimes she scores a little wheel. I'll give her that.
I am the glue holding the show together. That's what I do.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's all.
Good job. So we're backstage now in our tech room here. This is in memory of Manon. In memoriam.
A better place now.
She has gone to a better place. She has left us to go back home to the Netherlands, Holland, where she comes from. It's Manon, our old director's assistant. She was our favourite director's assistant. Yeah. She didn't yell at me. The new one does, and it scares me a little bit. So Manon's here in spirit. Anyway, this is Rob, multi-talented, all-rounder, producer, ideas man, cameraman, editor. He's put in the hard yards.
Probably more than your co-host.
Yeah, probably more than, yeah. Everyone's done more than the co-host, let's just say that. Mr. Director, you're on camera. Oh no, the director. He's temperamental. We're going into the green room now. This is where we get ready and where everyone who's not doing any work goes and just sits around and...
So the whole crew's in there?
Yeah, pretty much. Got to pray worship before every show, so we'll do that before I go out. This man puts on the show every week.
I try.
He puts together the schedules and everything and keeps everyone in line.
Stuff with Dave.
And be temperamental.
Hard work.
You're gonna look so pretty.
Carly makes me pretty.
I love you so. Please make this a good shoot.
You're cute. You're cute.
Let's do this. Last time ever. Hurry up, there's supposed to be a big entrance and a big exit.
In the beginning, God created comedy, and it was good. And for billions of years, comedians all around the world kept him laughing. Until 13 weeks ago, when two idiots with no stage persona or comedic talent decided to host a comedy show in front of a live studio audience and ruined all his hard work for everybody. Please welcome to the stage, the destroyers of all things funny, Silic and Lee.
Thank you everyone. Welcome everybody to the finale episode of the Silic Lee Show, the very last episode. Thanks everyone for coming. Look at that beautiful audience. Bigger, better, more beautiful than ever before.
Yeah, we lured them in here with the promise of delivering our greatest episode yet. And they fell for it, so you idiots.
I am kind of regretting we did that though. I'm kind of getting a little stage fright here today. It looks like we're actually going to perform in front of people for a change.
Oof. Now Dave, I have to say quickly, that announcer Craig Willis at the start of the show couldn't have been more wrong.
Why is that?
Well, I don't think God's disappointed with our show. He only gets basic cable up there, man. He doesn't get Channel 31, pretty much like the rest of Australia.
Come on. Nearly everyone in Melbourne and Geelong gets Channel 31.
Oh, that's cute. Don't kid yourself, Dave.
All right. Anyway, we successfully made it 13 weeks on air without getting axed, and we finally reached the end.
That's right, man. We've only been on for 13 weeks, but it's been about a year since we first pitched the show to Channel 31. We told them it was going to be funny, educational, clever, and entertaining. Instead, they asked us to make the Silic Lee Show.
So that's enough of that. Like I said, this is our finale show. We got a big We got a lot of big stuff in store for everyone tonight. We've been given a double-length time slot so we can go out in style with a 1 hour long episode.
That's right, Dave.
What are you doing?
Well, since we've got a 1 hour time slot and only 30 minutes worth of material, I think we've got to slow it right down.
I don't think so, you're an idiot, guys. Once again, please ignore him. You only need to put up with him for the next 45 minutes or so. We do have a lot in store for you guys tonight in this double-length episode. We have guests, packages, and of course, the big slap at the end of the show. We're also sponsoring the White House Foundation charity today too, but more on that later. It's real jam-packed, so we really do have to, for the last time, cut straight into things. Here's what's up tonight.
It's the final episode of the Silic Lee Show. We had to feed square for the last time for our experiment and find out who gets slapped across the face at the end of the show. We also chat to comedian Danny McGinlay and much, much more.
Silic Lee, they are very silly. Silic Lee Show, they are crazy, yo. Silic Lee, coming at you from your TV. Silic Lee Show, live in the studio.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we're going to mix up this week's show a little bit. Instead of kicking off with an experiment as usual, we're going to start up with the final instalment of our challenge series, which has, well, not really done much to a nation at all.
But Dave, the media's been going crazy lately. All the papers are referring to us as that one big sporting event that happens once every 4 years and the whole world stops to watch.
They've been talking about the Olympics.
Oh, that explains why that guy from the Olympics called me and told us to, hype down our slap bet challenge. Apparently we were stealing some of their thunder.
That didn't happen.
Yes, it did. Now, Dave, before we crack into this week's challenge, we figured we'd give you a quick recap of the series thus far. In week 1, I managed to get more signatures for my crazy petitions. Then in week 2, I handed the most celebrity autographs from the ordinary public.
Week 3, it was a Christmas miracle, and we both came to a tie in the bonbonning challenge. In week 4, I became the champion at Celebrity Heads. Week 5 saw me as the most annoying individual in our shepherding game. I then backed that up with my 3rd consecutive solo win in our Canopoly betting challenge, which put me ahead of the competition for the first time.
But unfortunately for Dave, his winning streak was put to a halt as I put my age behind me and won bingo in week 7, evening up the scores.
Then I put a stop to Josh climbing even higher with our 5 little word challenge.
But he couldn't stop me for long because I won the X marks the spot challenge and discovered I was the alpha male, putting me back in front for the first time since week 5.
And then, of course, last week I won the fishing challenge, levelling the scores and setting up the final showdown.
You can't rig these things, man.
No, you can't, and I don't think we really could have scripted this any better ourselves.
To hold you in suspense all show, we've actually cut both challenges in half. Now we're going to show you my half now and Dave's half later on when we can find out who actually wins the title of Slapbet Champion.
Yes, that's right. Now this week we headed out as hosts from a Channel 31 fact show, dishing out ridiculously fake facts to the unsuspecting public. The person who could suck in the most out of 7 people would be declared winner.
Here it is. Alrighty, fake facts from Channel 31. Fake facts from Channel 31. How you doing? Good? Yeah, pretty good today. What we're doing is we're a factual show from Channel 31. So we walk around giving facts to the public, just to entertain people. We've got a couple of facts here. When cigarettes were first released, they're actually good for you. They were known as health sticks. What do you think about that? Crazy,
Are you sure that's a fact, though?
That is a fact. Do you believe it?
No.
You don't believe it?
No.
You don't believe it? Oh no.
There's no way they could have been called health sticks.
They were health sticks.
No. No, I'm not there. I don't.
Did you know that squirrels used to be part of the turtle family? Like they had a little shell on their back, but Mother Evolution played her part. What do you reckon about that?
Actually, I had no idea.
No idea?
No idea.
No. Wow. Do you believe that?
Well, if you say so, then if it's a fact, then I do believe it, yeah.
It's a fact. Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Okay. So an elephant is the only animal that can balance on one leg apart from a human being. What do you reckon?
True.
Yeah.
True or false?
True.
True.
True. It is not true, it's false. Do you know Plato?
Well, yeah.
Plato was actually a stripper, and I'm telling you, male prostitute before he became a philosopher.
Oh.
Crazy. What do you reckon about that?
No.
No? You don't reckon that's true? He was. I heard he was pretty good too. Did you know that way back, we're going 1700s, 1800s, it was actually 26 hours in a day in 13-hour blocks. But then, when the Earth moved a little bit away from the sun, had to get it back down. What do you reckon?
Bullshit.
Bullshit?
Bullshit.
You don't believe it?
Not for a second.
Why not?
Pretty sure the Babylonians came up with 24 hours a day about
I asked the wrong one.
2,700 years ago.
Oh no. Thanks, mate. You too. Do you know in the 1200s there were actually 2 moons?
Yes, I believe that they smashed and was put together, which formed our planet.
Yep. That is true.
Yeah, and
in
also
the 1200s.
didn't Saturn have many moons that crashed, which created its rings?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What else do you know about that?
Oh, I know a few things about the galaxy and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning.
Still
You
learning?
have to have your global consciousness and be aware of things because the times have come in a time of age
Yep.
of your conscious awakening is here, 2012.
Yep. So is the world ending this year?
To be honest, I don't think it's the end of the world.
Yep.
I believe it's time for, not time for the world for the end, but time for us to evolve spiritually and with our conscience.
Yep.
And be aware of the galaxy and everything around us. And that life is so precious and that people should treat people how they should want to be treated.
Yep.
Because with the day and age that it is, everything's getting hard. People's trying to find work for money and we've got to be aware of that sort of thing. All right, I've been the king one swing, never chopping the brass cleat. I don't flinch 1 inch, never stopping the heartbeat. I'm a nasty, things are too hot in these harsh streets. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not on the arms reach. Fuck fire, they be blocking the blast seat. The Fed, they be clocking, they be shot as the sharks meet. Plotting bizarre schemes. I'm a kid, them up, tell them something, bro.
Did you know that physics is no longer a science? All the scientists have come out and said that. What do you reckon about that?
I didn't know.
Didn't know? It's interesting, isn't it?
Why isn't it a science?
Oh, it's a humanitarian now. Yeah, it's in the psychology. They get branded off, you know. Poor things. Yeah. So pretty interesting, huh? Yeah. There you have it. It is interesting.
Welcome back. Firstly, we need to fix this. Mugs, wrong order.
I thought I was the Lee.
No. Look, we'd like to introduce to the stage a man who's been performing stand-up comedy since the age of 16. He does frequent gigs around Melbourne, but has also performed in New York, London, and at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
You may also recognise him from TV appearances on Rove, The Project, The Circle and The Footy Show, or from a brief appearance in Steven Spielberg's The Pacific and the Nick Cage film Knowing.
He is comedian Danny McGinlay. Please welcome him to the show. On the show. How you doing?
Balloons everywhere! God damn it!
Get one there.
Our set designer's going to have a fit at us now.
Oh, really?
She said, don't move the balloons.
Have I ruined the feng shui? Really?
Yes.
That was the one proviso. Don't move the
What are you
balloons.
doing? Oh, I'm going to throw out cupcakes to the audience! Oh, I've ruined everything!
You did this. You spoke to his management.
Look, there's nothing in the mugs! Oh!
Thank you. And we've got 2 guest mugs. I don't know why, but let's get rid of that. Let's put that down there. Anyway, Danny, you've been performing stand-up comedy since the age of 16.
16 years old, which is actually, that's kind of quite common now, but back in the 90s when I started, I had a really good system with my father. I was on my L plates, and so I would drive us to the pubs which would have the comedy places like the Star and Garter, the Armadale, a lot of them closed down now, and Dad would go and drink in the front bar, and I would do the gig where the comedy was, and then come out and I'd drive him home. It was perfect.
How does the jokes you were telling back then stack up to what you're doing now?
Oh, they're exactly the same. I haven't changed any material. It's still just gags about John Howard as Prime Minister. What's the deal with when you hire a video from the video shop and it's not rewound?
So there's no hope for us getting any funnier then?
Look, the next question was... we rely heavily on autocue on this show.
Yeah, that's all right. No, I've seen Parkinson just do the exact same thing. You really are such a fascinating entertainer. And, what the bloody hell am I asking him? Who is this man? What is your name? What is it? Your name? Sinatra? Frank Sinatra. Okay, all right. Well, tell us about your new movie.
The question is, we know that you do a little bit of television.
You do a bit of crowd warm-up at TV show tapings. As you can see, we've got a pretty decent audience here today. Well, I'm
We're
glad you
quite
asked that. They're a great crowd, actually. They're a lot of fun. They are the secret to. I do audience warm-up for The Circle. I used to do it for the Adam Hills and Gordon Street show. I do it for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire every now and then, and The Project. And the secret is just give them lollies, get them hyped up. These guys, they haven't had anything yet, but they are all, during the ad break, they were all going, when's the cupcakes coming?
Yeah, they're pretty tempting there.
Danny, you're performing at the up-and-coming comedy festival in April. Your show, Danny McGinlay Learns Ukrainian.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. Now, it was based on you learning Ukrainian to woo your fiance.
Sorry, I should let you ask the question.
You read and you ask.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So,
I learnt a bit of Ukrainian. I am getting married to a Ukrainian girl, and As soon as I finish filling out that website, she's going to arrive, and yeah, she's a great girl. But yeah, I thought I wanted to make a speech at the wedding in her native tongue, and it's not fun. It's a horrible. Do you guys speak any other languages at all?
No. I did Indonesian at high school.
I did that for a bit.
The only thing I remember is es krim means ice cream.
Yeah, hey, that's good.
Yeah.
I did Italian as well in school, and Italian's got me in trouble, I reckon, because recently I did an audition for. We didn't know what it was for, so it was a big acting thing, and I had to play a BBC news reporter. So I put on that BBC voice. Charlie Pickering does it brilliantly, but I was pretty much channeling Charlie's old stand-up routine about just going, border skirmish after border skirmish shows the treaties aren't working. So I've just done that, and they go, so you can do some accents, and can you speak any other languages? I go, I can speak a few. Can you speak Arabic? And when you're in an audition, you'd have to say yes to everything. And so I go, yeah, of course I can speak Arabic. They go, all right, can you improvise some lines in Arabic? And I thought, I'll speak Italian and add a few.
It's like you're coughing up phlegm.
So they go, just improvise a dialogue. So I've said the only thing I remember from learning primary school Italian, and I've got, which means here is a cockatoo. It's red, yellow, blue and green. And they go, okay, that's great. We're just going to send that off to SBS. Oh, no. So there's going to be some actual Middle Eastern Arabic speaker there going, this racist bastards.
Oh, jeez. You mentioned that you do a lot of crowd warming at the Circle. Now, the host, Yumi, Dave's got a bit of a thing for Yumi.
You're not alone there, my friend.
Your fiance's going to watch this. Come on, man.
Oh, she knows all about it. Don't worry.
That's all right, then.
Based on your last comedy sketch, what can Dave do to woo her? Should he learn Japanese?
Oh, hey.
Is that all I need to know?
I think that means yes. I'm not sure. I don't know much Japanese. Give it a go. I'd say the best thing you can do for Yumi is probably watch The Circle and buy an Ab Circle Pro, an R-bra, some Nude by Nature makeup, and that'll just impress her. And then if she comes around your house, just show her everything you've bought from The Circle Marketplace. Putty in your hands.
There we go. Thank you for the tips. I will keep that in mind. Unfortunately, though,
I was about to say, at least this girl will be alive.
Yes.
So Marilyn.
Yes, we do have to let you go now because we're on such a tight schedule today. We have to power on through. So again, you can catch Danny at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. For information, visit our Facebook page. Thanks for coming to the show. It's been fantastic.
Thank you very much, lads. Thank you, audience.
All right, now it's time to go straight into the second half of our challenge series. If you missed it before, Josh is currently on 4 points, and it's now my turn to take to the streets in order to obtain the crown of Slapbet Champion. And yes, this idiot did buy a crown, and I need to get at least 5 points to win. So can you throw away to the package?
Absolutely. Challenge part 2. Back to Dave and Josh on the couch. Danny to leave stage during challenge.
Enjoy. Would you like to help me out here? Would you like? No? Let's go over here then. That guy. All right. Can I ask you something? No? All right, no worries. It's working, apparently. you want to help me out here? My TV show here. We're a factual TV show for Channel 31, and we're coming to Fed Square, giving out some facts, little known facts to the public, and seeing what they think of the facts. All right?
All right.
So I'm going to give you a fact, and you got to tell me what you think about it.
All right.
Back in the 1940s, the very first Superman comic that was ever published, the colours on his suit were inversed. So his cape was blue, the body was red,
Right.
and then his, the logo was yellow and red, vice versa. What do you think about that?
Maybe facts, yeah.
Maybe fact, yeah.
You're nodding
Cool.
your head, so I'm nodding
Yeah,
my head. Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Thank you. All right, the penguin actually has two tails. It's got one tail here that helps it swim, and the other tail over the top, which actually helps it warm the egg.
Fair enough.
Fair enough? You would believe that fact? Is that a yes or no?
Say so.
If I say so?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Do you want to help me out with something on television?
Sorry. We don't speak English.
You don't speak English. That's all right. We'll let you go then. They totally spoke English, an Australian accent. You know the little men on the traffic light, the pedestrian crossings? When they were first introduced, there was a third man who was orange, but they had to get rid of it a year later because it was causing too many accidents. What do you think about that?
I have no memory of that at all.
You have no memory of that?
No.
But it.
Is
would
that
you
possible?
would you believe that's a?
Possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, but
It's possible.
unlikely.
But unlikely.
My thought.
Okay. So leaning towards more
Unlikely.
true or false fact. False. Okay. The pigeon is the only bird that can fly backwards.
Really? I don't think it is.
Yeah. You don't think? Why not?
I don't think it can fly backwards.
In the Italian language, there's only 2 different dialects. Well, what do you think about that fact?
Not true.
Not true. You think? It's not true. It's not true. You're correct. When McDonald's first opened, the character of Ronald McDonald was never actually a human clown. He was actually a fry, like a French fry dressed as a clown. But the company found that there weren't enough people buying French fries because the character was too scary. So they decided to change the character of the fry clown to a human clown, and the sales of chips skyrocketed. What do you reckon about that? It's a good fact. What do you reckon? Yeah.
Best fact I've heard all day.
Thank you. This is 11 weeks down, boiling down to this, man.
Just one moment defines the whole series.
I've got to get one more. If I get one more yes, I could win this. I could stop this bastard from winning the series. Oh my God, so I need one more yes. If I get a yes, it's a tie, and then we do a tiebreaker. So I'm hoping for a yes. If it's a no, this guy's won the fucking challenge series.
I think it was Pinocchio who said, "This is it. Let's go."
I believe that was Celine Dion.
Michael Jackson. Who cares?
Okay, let's go. The city of Melbourne is actually spelt incorrectly. The guy who it was named after, his name was spelled Melbournee. But when they were filing the paperwork or whatever, they do to name a city, they accidentally spelt it with one E. What do you reckon about that? That is just one crazy fact.
Is it an actual fact?
That is an actual fact.
I like learning new facts, it's great.
Well, there you go. I'm glad to inform you with the new facts.
I'm glad you've shared this information with us.
Thank you. Oh, tiebreaker! Tiebreaker!
Oh,
Thank you.
so close.
All right. Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. You know what that means? Tiebreaker? No, man. Today no one's getting slapped. It's a tie.
No, we just spoke about the tiebreaker in the package.
Dave, you know I have better things to do than watch our show. There's like 18 episodes of 2.5 Men on Channel 9 now.
Guys, later in the show, it's the moment of truth with the tiebreaker and, of course, the slap. But firstly, after the break, we chat briefly with Georgia Retallick, the founder of the White House Foundation charity that we're supporting tonight. And we showed this week's experiment. Can you...
No!
Don't go away. Welcome back. Now, we've mentioned the White House Foundation a couple of times tonight. They're a great charity who we're supporting, and we have the founder here in the audience today who's going to step up here, 20-year-old Georgia Retallick. How you doing, Georgia? Come on up. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hey, you seat in the famous guest chair.
Lovely.
Now, Georgia, for those who don't know, the White House Foundation, tell us a little bit about what it's all about, what you guys do down there.
White House is a Melbourne-based charity. We're providing long-term care needs to young people who currently live in nursing homes. So we're talking people between the ages of 16 and 50 that have been forced to live in aged care due to accidents mainly. It's normally street violence, road accidents and domestic violence, the three main causes. And we're fundraising to build a big house so that we can take these people out of aged care and let them live a normal life.
Awesome. So when, how and why did you personally start up this foundation?
I was at home one night after finishing Year 12 and I was watching TV and I saw an interview with a young girl named Angela Barker. She was 16 when she was horrifically beaten by her ex-boyfriend. It left her in a coma for 5 weeks, and when she woke up she couldn't move or communicate or do anything, and her parents couldn't afford to have her looked after at home, so she had to go into a nursing home. And so I guess just after seeing that, it made me think how someone 2 years younger than me could be living in a nursing home, and so I started the foundation.
Beautiful, good on you. Now, how can people help and where can they go to, donate?
We're always looking for volunteers. No donation is too great or too small because we're obviously building a house. We're looking for donations of building materials and people who can paint a wall, that kind of thing. If anyone can help, they can go to our website, which is www.y-house.org. And yeah, any volunteers for any of our events, it's all very welcome.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Unfortunately, we do have to go off to our next thing. We're so tight for time to
Thank
hear
you for
today.
having me.
No worries. Thanks for coming on. So, Georgia, well done. Now, of course, we've finally come to the experiment.
Now, I don't know if you guys know Federation Square or have ever been there. It's only really become famous since we started going, but it's not a happy place.
That's true. Federation Square. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Now, shady deals everywhere, bounty hunters, and the youth running around secretly filming and showing no respect to the public. It's nearly as bad as City Council, Dave.
Oh, well, not as bad. Cut it some slack. They actually do help people down at Fed Square.
That's true, man. That's true. But still, we thought that Federation Square needed a clean-up.
So we decided to take it into our own hands and become the most loathsome creatures in the whole universe. Ticket inspectors.
Yeah. So much like the Metro train inspectors, we went around Federation Square pretending that we were real ticket inspectors. Now, we did take this really serious, man. We did do a little research into character development so that our portrayal of a ticket inspector would be believable to the public.
That's right. So myself and Josh took 9 trains into the city. Then we finally came across a ticket inspector. And when we did, we witnessed a girl having a run-in with them. It was here that we learned the #1 rule of portraying a believable ticket inspector. You have to believe you're better than everyone else.
Yeah. Now, this poor girl who was sitting behind us on the train was in the middle of an unspeakable crime. She had her feet up on the chairs. So when we pulled up to a station, 3 ticket inspectors, they jumped on, they surrounded her. They took out their little book and they started... they began to question her, interrogate her.
They did, and at one point in their interrogation of this young woman, one of the ticket inspectors, who appeared to be the captain of their group, turned to the girl and said, and seriously, this is no joke, this actually happened, this guy turned to her and said, "You have the right to remain silent."
Yeah. So following that day's extensive research, and after having watched a few Tom Cruise interviews, just to top it off, we felt we were finally trained in the arts of absolute douchebaggery.
That's right. That's right. So we headed out to Fed Square posing as self-appointed ticket inspectors. We were basically vigilantes, and we set out to restore balance to Fed Square by fining the visitors for their negligence to abide by the law.
Now, it also occurred to us that our final episode was rapidly coming up, and we only had a budget of $15, just a bit less than a feature film. So we decided that we needed to raise some money, basically. So we would put every cent earned towards the budget for our final.
That's right, every cent earned from the public. So obviously, judging by this show that we're putting on for everyone today, no one wanted to cash up any dough. But regardless, we feel that we did our part in cleaning up Federation Square.
Nothing could go unnoticed by us, and no one was safe. You know the old saying, crime is in the eye of the beholder? On this day, crime was everywhere. Very nice. That'll be 60 cents, please. Excuse me, girls, spin violation. Non-walking zone here, so we're going to have to write you a ticket.
So
How much is that, Dave?
It's 60 cents each.
60.
For the
Yeah.
There's lost one. One's trying to get away.
One's right. One's run. So how are you girls today? Good. Great. Yeah.
Good.
Spewing about your $3. We are very official.
We are self-appointed vigilantes of the city, cleaning up.
Yeah,
cleaning up
a
the
freelance group, but we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. No white hats in Fed Square. We're going to throw you a ticket today.
Good.
Sorry, no white hats in Fed Square.
All right. Yeah.
Yep. Excuse me, sir. You can't walk away from an officer. Excuse me, sir. Dress code violation. That's a fine of about 30 cents. So we'll have to charge you for that. Any reason why you've worn this top with these pants? Very hot day. You might have noticed.
Too hot. Can't be doing it.
So we're going to have to write you a fine. What's your name, sir? John. What do you reckon, Dave? Are you willing to pay the fine?
Yeah. It's an optional fine. You don't have to pay it if you don't want to.
You don't have to pay it.
Excuse us. Do you have a permit to be watching the tennis here? A permit to be watching the tennis on the screen. This is a non-free. This is a classic match. This is not a live match. The live matches are free. Classic matches.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They are. So we're going to have to fine you today.
Yeah.
Dave.
22 cents.
22 cents.
Leave it for a second.
Not believe it for a
22
second.
cents. I think you should. Not obeying the law could get you even further penalties. So, Miss, baby's on leashes. We noticed that your little one's not on a leash today, so we're going to have to fine you.
26 cents.
26 cents.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Excuse us.
Excuse us,
Violation
girls.
here.
Violation.
Texting while walking. Can't
That
do
is
that here in Federation
How much?
Square.
What is that, Dave?
That is a 16 cent fine. You don't. Well, you're lucky it's an optional fine. So that's a good thing, I guess.
Also, under Section B of the hand-holding legislation states that you two should be holding hands. So that's a further fine. That's actually a big fine. 75 cents.
That's a big. So all up, if you were to pay the optional fine, which you're probably not going to, how much is that?
91 cents, but
91 cents
91
each.
cents each. Actually, you were only texting, so you only have 75
What about if we
cents.
start holding hands now?
That could do it.
They can do it?
Yep, do it.
Hey, that's all right
They've
then,
done
all
it.
right.
Beautiful.
Okay, fine what?
Fine off, fine
so
off.
that's just the 16 cents for the walking and texting.
Excuse me, miss. Do you have a permit for this dog? I don't know if you're allowed to take a dog through Fed Square.
Check the rules, check the rules. No dogs. No,
you look a bit like a rebel.
I am.
a bit of a rebel.
So I don't stop taking you anywhere.
Well,
excuse me, sir. Texting and walking, that's a violation. We're going to have to fine you today.
6 cents.
6 cents. Do you have any reasons for your behaviour? Nope. You have downgraded to 2 cents if you're lucky. 2 cents if you come up with a good reason.
1 cent? Oh, 1 cent, that's okay. I think so. Although it is an optional 1 cent.
Yep, but you have to explain your behaviour. Explain your behaviour, please.
Yeah, I haven't even unlocked it yet.
Come on, dude. If you're texting and
That
walking.
could be a violation on our behalf. Hey.
Let's get out of here, man.
I almost got you to half a cent.
Half a cent?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I think you guys were about to pay me.
Maybe. All right, well, there you have it, the Vigilantes. Now, by my watch, it's about 10 p.m. now, which means if you've just turned in to watch It's Not You, It's Bree, the show about the sex therapist, we've taken over for the night.
Yeah. Dave is now the sex therapist. You naughty boy.
Now, after the break, we're going to come back with the much anticipated finale to our Slap Bet Challenge series, and someone is finally going to get slapped across the face. Yeah. Not in the same way that people get slapped across the face in the sex therapist show, but nonetheless, don't go away. All right, Josho, it's down to this. We're tie on this challenge, which means one thing, we need to do a tiebreaker. We need to do a tiebreaker, so we've got one final chance to win this competition, all right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna rock, paper, scissors as our deal breaker. One of us is going to get one more chance to get a yes or a no with a really, really ridiculous fact. All right? And we're going to rock, paper, scissors it off. And whoever wins this is safe. They don't have to go and ask this ridiculous fact. Okay? I gotta ask the fact. Okay, all right. If I get a yes on this, I win. I win this challenge, but if I get a no, it's all over. It's all over, and that means it's all over for good. Here we go. We can't film in there, you can come over here.
Yeah, man.
This is it.
All right.
What is this for?
This is it, Dave.
Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a fact. We're a factual show. We're giving out facts. And you got to give me your opinion on this little known fact I'm about to give out to you, all right? If you eat bananas, if you eat lots of bananas, you know how you've heard the old fact that if you eat carrots, the carrots will turn orange. If you eat bananas, your skin will go paler. What do you think about that? Your skin will go whiter.
I'm not eating bananas anymore.
You're not eating bananas anymore? Well, what do you reckon about that fact? That's
I think it's not true because...
Yes!
What?
Why is it not fact?
Beautiful moment.
How do you feel, Dave?
Huh? I feel dreadful. I feel dreadful.
That's a celebration.
Absolutely dreadful here today. Thanks, that's enough. That's enough.
I get to slap
I cannot believe that it's come to this.
Dave, give me a hug, man. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
No.
Give me a kiss.
No kiss, no hugging, nothing.
Don't worry, man. I have good news. We've just been informed that in keeping with occupational health and safety laws, there will be no slap today.
Well, that's very good then. Now we can get out of here.
I'm just kidding, man. Get in the chair. Get in the slap chair.
We're not using the slap chair today.
Well, then get up there.
But look, but first we're going to throw off to an ad break and we're going to come back.
No, Dave, we're doing this now.
No, after the ad break we will come back to the slap bet challenge.
Dave,
don't go away.
Dave, I'm not giving you any chance to make a getaway in the Silic Lee company scooter.
All right, fine. All right.
Let's
All
go.
right, let's get up. All right. All right, I got to king you. Oh my God, you.
Oh.
Bit of cobwebs on here.
Jeez, this is how Tony Abbott must feel.
All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
I'm going to king you.
Dave. Thank you.
All right. Looks like it's time that I got to knight you. Can't believe I'm doing this.
Hurry up.
I knight you, Sir Josh of the realm of Slappington.
Thank you, my peasant.
This doesn't make sense. I don't understand why the peasant is knighting the king, but yeah, anyway.
Dave, a bit of housekeeping first, man. I've made a will for you, and I just want to say that I've had it arranged for you to be put in a museum and stuffed, okay? Now, try and die like this, because they want to put you on Far Lap.
I'm not comfortable with... What's the plaque going to read? Failed host of failed TV series? I don't think so.
Don't forget failed life.
Okay, thank you. Let's just get on with this, please.
All
Let's
right.
just get on with this.
Just like every night, tools are ready. All right, here we go.
Just, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, here we go, Dave. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Feeling. Drum roll, please.
We don't have any drums.
I wanted drums.
Josh, it's too late to organise. We've got Dom. Dom can...
All right, Dom, piano roll. He's got my back. But first, I'll listen in history. Now, Dave.
Get on with it.
Here we go. Here we go. Which side do I use?
Just get on with it.
Moisturiser's been on this side lately.
Can we just do this?
Here we go.
I don't know when it's coming. I don't know when it's coming. At this stage, I actually don't know when it's coming. I've actually lost my spot on the auto cue. So this is scary. So let's actually do this. I might take this out actually.
Take it out. Take it out. Now, Dave, I do have some last
words
for you.
Get on with it. I'm serious. Get on with it. This is not part of the script. Right. Just do it.
You've been a kind and loyal acquaintance, and I'll miss you. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 81.
Come on.
82.
He's on fire! He's on fire!
Shit. Oh my god, that actually hurt.
What the fuck? It's like
Before the show, he's going, I don't really want to hurt you, I don't want to hear it. What the hell?
slow motion reaper. Oh, no practice needed.
There you have it. That was. Stop laughing, guys. I'm trying to get through the script.
Mate, I'm going to be watching that forever.
I am dizzy.
But I do feel really bad now.
All right, so look, why do you feel bad? Why do you feel bad?
Well, it's not because of the hit. That was awesome. It's because I've just realised we've hit the lowest of all lows. We've resorted to the standard of all Channel 31 comedies and pretty much gone back to slapstick humour to get a laugh.
This is our last show, Josh. Can't you just be grateful that we're still on air? We are lucky we've made it this far with you bagging the station every single week.
Come on, Dave, we're nearly at the end of the show. What are they going to do? There's 10 minutes left. Axe us with 10 minutes left?
You never know, Josh.
Okay, come on, Dave.
Josh,
come on, Mr.
Josh,
Executive.
don't tempt them. Oh my God, I can't believe we're leaving Fed Square. Thank you for all the memories. Thank you so much for the memories. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the memories of Fed Square. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for all your support. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the memories. These last 12 weeks have been fantastic.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Thanks. Be good. Stay fun. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. This is it, my friend.
This is it.
The memories of Fed Square. It's crazy.
It's over.
We're gonna miss it.
Did we learn anything about Fed Square?
I don't think we did.
No, we didn't. We made up some things.
We did. We should. Good job. Good job.
Man. It's over.
It's over. It's over. Oh well, there you have it. There was just a small video of us saying goodbye to Federation Square. Clearly we filmed that back when we were still friends.
Dave, I think you need a jaw reconstruction, man. I can do it. I'm an art student.
I don't think so. Look, we did say some nasty things about, well, this guy said some nasty things about Federation Square earlier in the show, but we do have to set the record straight. It's a great place and we're going to miss it. It's absolutely fantastic.
That's right. And also for the record, just in case you were wondering, yes, all those people were there to see us off and not watch the tennis on the big screen.
Yeah. Now, guys, it is nearing the end of the show. Unfortunately, we got to wrap it all up, but we're going to play out the show with a very powerful and emotional song played by the awesome Dom Hennequin, who's been with us all night. Give it a hand for Dom.
Now, Dom, we're going to be singing our theme song. We want the audience to join in.
Mm-hmm. So,
and shoot away.
Let's just start. Oh, hang on.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
Oh, no. Due to unpopular demand.
Back by popular demand, it's the guitar. Yeah, all right. So we're ready for the theme song.
Should I just go? Or?
I did play guitar on the theme song. There you go. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go, Dom.
All right, here we go.
Bring it up, audience.
1, 2.
I'm out of tune, but who cares?
Silicon Lee, Silicon Lee, they are very silly. Silicon Lee Show, they are crazy, yo.
Silicon Lee, coming at you from your TV. Silicon Lee Show, this is our last show. Woo! Yeah! That's right, come on guys, party poppers! Yeah!
Hey!
Excellent. Oh, there we have it.
Hooray!
I'll put that down here.
New Year's.
Right. Well, thanks to Dom. Thank you for singing us out. And
Dom.
thank you guys for singing us out too. Thank you very much. All right, well, I guess that's it, man. I guess we've reached the end of the series, unfortunately.
Yeah, we have, man. To all those who'd said we'd fail, good call.
Man, I think we've done a great job. I'm very happy with what we've done, and I really hope you guys have all had fun over the last 13 weeks here on the show.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of people who we have to thank who made this show possible. First up, of course, all the guests and their agencies who have helped us entertain our audiences.
That's right, all our family and friends who have supported us through this entire thing. We love you all. It's sap, but we love you all.
It's it. Thanks to everyone who works here in the studio and who put us. They go through the hard yards every Tuesday from the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You've all been great. And to Luke, our studio technician and runner of the broadcast studio here at Deakin, thank you.
Yes, and the guys who helped us film out at Federation Square, there's a lot of hard work and your help is appreciated. We, unfortunately, especially do need to thank Alex, who, despite her lack of punctuality and motivational skills, did save us at a time when we needed help, and don't think we could have continued as easily without her, unfortunately.
To Channel 31, we know we bag you every week, but we really do love you guys. Our program managers, Caitlin and Kirk, have been nothing but a pleasure to deal with and have made our jobs in making this satire of a Channel 31 show really easy. We're not bad, we're a satire.
That's right. And of course, to our core crew, there's Rob Anderson, Matt Collada, our producers, there's Katrina Hafner, our arts director, who put this awesome set together, and Oscar Thorborg, our director. They put up with a lot, and even though we made it hard on them, they all made sure we were doing our jobs properly every week.
That's right. Now, look, Dave, Johnny Carson said in his final show after 30 years and 4,531 episodes, he said this: "I'm one of the lucky people in the world. I found something I always wanted to do and enjoyed every single minute of it. It has been an honour and a privilege to come into your homes all these years and entertain you." And now, Dave, after 12 shows, we truly know how we felt.
We truly do. Now, guys, we got to say one last goodbye. We do hope, though, that we'll be back on your screen soon, whether it be in another series down the line or in some other way, shape or form. I don't know what we're going to do. But for now, thank you for watching. We bid you a very heartfelt good night, and we'll hopefully see you on the leaders.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Well done. Well done. Good show. Welcome to the very first episode of the Silic Lee Show. The Silic Lee Show.
Silic Lee Show.
Please give a big warm welcome to the magnificent George Benora.
Oh, no. Oh.
You are in good hands with us here today.
This is getting creepier and creepier.
Maddie and Memphis Kelly. Memphis, you've been waiting far too long for somebody to write you a song. Hello, Santa.
Hello, boys, and a Merry Christmas.
I've been a pretty good boy this year, Santa.
Let's just say you might not be getting many presents at all this year.
Come on, old man.
The Barefoot Investor, he is, of course, Scott Pape.
He's working in a pub because, number one, you're actually earning some dough, but secondly, you're not drinking there, so it's like a double whammy.
Justin Bieber goes straight on the enemies list.
Hamish and Andy.
Hamish and Andy, they were stealing our ideas, so they had to go on there. Con Dicoletus, you'll best know him simply as Con the Fruit Rob.
Garden of Eden is a place of perfect fruit.
Yep.
They were told not to eat of the one tree. You know, I think this was the tree of foreign fruit imports.
Declan Sykes.
White hair, people aren't going to forget me too soon, I hope.
You got that Doc Brown sort of look about you. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you heard that one before?
1.21 gigawatts.
Tommy Little, you should be probably hosting this show.
If something happens and I am hosting this show, it's gone horribly wrong for me.
Please make her very welcome, Miranda Kerr.
Hi guys, lovely day, isn't it?
Friend for sale. Friend for sale.
There's more. I'll give you a hug too.
Thank you. It's on my back.
I'll whack you here, you dickhead. We don't have these in our country.
Federation Square was built on a Native American Indian burial ground. Magic wand!
Do you know who we are, girls? Do you know who we are?
Do you know who we are?
Do you know us?
Oh my god. Dave!
We're going to turn you into a monkey. A petition for petitions against petitions.
In case you got a hole in one. Bit beyond your years, that joke. I've got a hole in my pants. Meow.
Cheers, guys. Bon appetit.
And I owe it all to you.
Go on, fish! Go on, fish! Get!
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
It's not fair that we're only referred to as just hosts or just comedians.
I don't think anyone's referring to us as that, man.
So when you first make contact with her, say something sweet.
Gotcha. What's up, slugger?
Josh.
I'm sorry, Dave. Josh said he'd pay me to do this.
Dude, will you just get back down onto the floor and do your job, floor manager?